Now to our big stories of the day. Remember, just days ahead of the winter session of the Parliament, when you'll have the Waqf Amendment Bill that's going to be taken up, you have a startling allegation of land grab, land usurping that has come to light from the state of Karnataka. Now, there is this congregation of farmers from Vijayapura who allege that the Waqf has claimed their properties and their farmlands. These are farmers who say that they received these eviction notices from the Tehsildar, designated their land as the Dargah of the Shah Imuddin. They've also been running from pillar to post, trying to save their homes here. They claim that the Dargah hasn't existed for centuries, and their families have owned this for generations. They even have the papers, the documents to prove that. Now, the delegation of the farmers earlier have met the BJP MP, Tejasvi Surya. They've registered their complaint that the Waqf board was claiming more than 15,000 acres of land in their very own district. First up, the first-hand account of what the farmers have to say.
सर बोला था डायरेक्टली मेरे को मिलो मैं तो दिल्ली से आ रहा हूँ मैंने ऑफिस को मेरे जेने को इधर आके मिलो आके सब कुछ किधर किधर क्या हुआ है ना सब मेरे को डॉक्यूमेंट्स दो मैं तुम्हारे तरफ से हाईकोर्ट जा रहा हूँ मैंने सबको प्रॉब्लम है मेरा प्रॉब्लम है सर क्या अभी है क्षेत्र में 15,000 एकड़ बीजापुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में 15,000 एकड़ वक्त प्रॉपर्टी बोल रहे हो एक उधर हमारा छोटा सा गाँव है मनवाड़ करके एक ही गाँव में 1200 एकड़ बोल रहे हैं.
Let's also tell you what the response of the Congress has been. The Congress here is alleging that this is a BJP stunt coming ahead of the by-polls because it's the BJP, the Congress alleges, that wants to create a divide in the society before the upcoming elections. Listen in to what they say.
The Waqf Act amendment is brought only for this purpose. And majority of the poor Muslims are also suffering because of the present provisions in the Waqf Act. That's why whatever has happened in Vijayapur, it cannot be accepted. It is happening in many parts of the country, many parts of the Karnataka. Almost all of them in the Vijayapur, farmers have received the notice, which cannot be accepted. Jamir Ahmad Khan is not bothered about the farmers, he is bothered about his votes.
BJP continues to allege that in Vijayapura, especially in your constituency, a village there, over 1,000 acres of farming land, Waqf is issuing notices that it belongs to them. So what would you say?
See, basically, it was a wrong information. A gazette notification done in 1974 or 78 that it was 1,200 acres of Hanwad village, which is not true. It is the survey numbers of not Hanwad village, it is survey numbers of Vijayapur city, Mahal Bagait. Okay. So I had a meeting when these things happened immediately before your Tejasvi Surya or you people putting it in the national media. I had done a meeting because it's my constituency. I had done a meeting with the farmers and the Tehsildar as well as I spoke to DC. That time only we had got a clue this is not from of the farmers' land. It is a mistaken thing. Wrong gazette notification being done that time of Mahal Bagait as mentioned as Hanwad village. It was a mistake. Or what you call typo error or something what happened during that time. Okay. When we gave a notice now, when we cross-checked, now the Tehsildar confirmed to me with the documents, out of 1,200 acres of land in Hanwad village, only 11 acres is of Waqf. Okay. Lest
अभी लोकल एमएलए कौन है ये इतना नहीं लोकल एमएलए हमने उनको भी नोटिस दिया है कि भाई ये इसके अंदर आप भी शरीक होना करके अब वो आए नहीं इसके अंदर डीसी की मीटिंग में आई नहीं 3 दिन के बाद एलिगेशन करते हैं अगर उनको फार्मर्स के बारे में अगर उनको ध्यान होता फार्मर्स को ये लोग अन्याय कर रहे बोले तो वो मीटिंग में आना चाहिए था मीटिंग में आके आवाज उठाना चाहिए था और फार्मर्स की जगह हम कैसे ले सकते हैं हम भी किसान के बच्चे हैं भाई हम भी किसान के बच्चे हैं अभी आप फार्मर्स तो दूर की बात है हम आपकी भी प्रॉपर्टी कैसे ले सकते हैं कोई भी एक गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर जैसा हम बोलने के साथ किसका भी प्रॉपर्टी का खाता बना के देते हैं मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ टोटल कर्नाटका के अंदर वक्फ फास्ट ये 1,12,000 एकड़ है उसके अंदर हमारे हाथ में कितना है वक्फ के हाथ में खाली 23,000 है बचत की पूरा इंक्रोचमेंट हुआ है.
So remember, ladies and gentlemen, these are sensational charges that have been leveled. But what is the truth behind these allegations? Is the Congress guilty? Is the Congress complicit? Let's quickly say good evening to our panel of guests joining us. I do see Radhika Kheda, who's the national spokesperson of the BJP with us. Dr. Nikul Patel, who represents the Congress on the show. Atikur Rahman is a political analyst. He's completing our panel. And Radhika and Atikur Rahmanji, before I come to you, we need to ask the obvious question to Nikul, who represents the Congress. What is the Congress's game plan, Nikul? Why are you doing this? There are poor farmers And they are alleging that the Waqf is wanting to claim that their farmland, the piece of land that they have been tilling on, living on for generations, is being called a Waqf property today?
Firstly, there is no game plan. Secondly, the robust land revenue record established by Congress after independence itself shows that the land records are with the name of farmers, and those farmers are approaching Bharatiya Janata Party, and it's their due right to approach Bharatiya Janata Party as well as Congress. Now, when it comes to Tejasvi Surya, what he is claiming right now, he himself is telling in his speeches that Waqf board is having an enormous power, then why he wants to move High Court? There is a land law of land and court where you can appeal it. Now, as what our minister also rightly said, that before Bharatiya Janata Party, he himself had met the farmers and everything is being discussed. The land revenue records, as per his statement in your own show before the beginning, you say that all lands which are claimed by Waqf, as per the statement of Bharatiya Janata Party as well as the media, is not such true. Especially when it comes to Bharatiya Janata Party, there are bipoles coming into the Karnataka, and their major objective is to have a majority appeasement politics. And we are here to clarify whatever false claims are being put by Bharatiya Janata Party.
Nicole, you've said a lot of things that I think we must counter one by one. But before I open this up, tell me one little thing. Are you saying all these farmers who've spoken to us, we have our team stationed there? Imran, our colleague, is right now on the ground. He's been speaking to farmers. Are you saying all these are false, baseless charges? They are saying this because a bipole is near. They are not saying this because they believe that their land could be usurped.
See, the farmers itself are telling that the records are in their own name, right? And I think Bharatiya Janata Party was nowhere during the initial.
So why have they
days
been given eviction notices?
The notice are being given for some clarification. I think that is what our minister also rightly said, some 74 or 78 gazette notification. Now, out of that, it has to be, there is a procedure has to be.
No, but how is the Tehsildar here, Atikur Rahmanji, come in, on this question? How can a Tehsildar, set an eviction notice and the onus on proving whose land that is lies not on the Waqf that says this is our land, but it's on the farmers?
That's very important, Deepthi. You said that the Tehsildar, since the beginning, what I am saying on the Waqf Amendment Bill is, what is Muslim and Islamic in the Waqf board appointed by the state government? The yes man of the chief minister is the chairman. The Tehsildar, the government officials are the board members. There is nothing Islamic or Muslim as far as the Waqf boards are concerned. I have said initially, the Waqf boards are neck deep into corruption. Now come into this farmers issue in Karnataka. What I perceive, and I am not concerned with the bipoles or other things, what I perceive is the JPC, ideally speaking, Dipti, ideally speaking, the farmers should be gone to the JPC and they should have addressed their concerns and grievances to the JPC. Why is Tejasvi Surya, a non-Islamophobe, into it? He is whipping passions of the farmers. And I doubt that before the JPC presents the findings in the parliament, the BJP wants to either vitiate that atmosphere or jeopardize the entire finding.
So that's a big charge. Atikur Rahmanji, that's a big charge you're leveling on the BJP. Let Radhika respond to this. So Radhika, this is not the Congress's game plan. The allegation is this is the BJP's game plan. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, loud and clear.
The Waqf Act was first passed in 1954. Who passed it? The Congress. Subsequent changes were made, added, and additional powers were given to the board in 1995 when P.V. Narasimha Rao, again a Congress-led government, and then again in 2013. And do you know, just right before the Lok Sabha election, in 2014, the Congress gifted 123 prime properties to the Waqf board in Delhi. Why? Because the Lok Sabha elections were there. And we know how Muslim appeasement works for the Congress and how they will give away the entire country just for their votes, and they try their best ki bhaiya kisi tarah hum. It was basically, why would you give away 123 prime properties in Delhi to the Waqf board right before the Lok Sabha elections? And when you have the Waqf board claiming properties, temple properties, temples which are over 1500 years old, and Islam did not even exist then. Islam is only 1400 years old. And they're claiming properties which are 1500 years old, even before the existence of their religion. Waqf board owned those properties. So everybody knows that who is instigating these people, who is has been giving. Now, when it comes to the Karnataka case, it's very obvious that those changes have been made, and everything is on document.
Okay.
Everything is on paper. We're not talking about anything in air. All the documents show that those mutations and changes have been made recently. Everything is for there to see, and those documents are easily available online. Mr. Tejasvi Surya has also shared them. They're easily available for anyone who wants to see. The Congress, just because they want to gain votes, because they've lost all political ground, they've lost every election everywhere. They had that, there's this kahavat that says, "Kaat ki handi bar bar nahi chadti." They had tried that Samvidhan khatre mein hai, Musalman khatre mein hai, before the Lok Sabha elections, and they got a few more seats than they deserved and that they worked for. But now, after that, how we saw Haryana rolled out for them. And then you have elections in Uttar Pradesh, you have by-elections in Kerala, you have by-elections everywhere else, you have elections in Jharkhand, Maharashtra, you have elections coming up elsewhere. So now, just to hold on to the lost grounds, because everybody knows their own leaders. You have Shama Mohammed, who's their national spokesperson. She went on to post on Twitter with facts that the Muslims have clearly voted for the Congress and this is the percentage. And she put out that tweet. She's the national spokesperson. Anyone who is a national spokesperson of a national party, they are no personal views. If you're putting something out on social media, that are the views of the party, and the views of the party are that these are the votes that we have got and we only bother about these votes.
Okay, so Nicole, isn't this dangerous enough? I mean, is the Congress now hell-bent on just proving that you are a Muslim-centric party? So at the cost of that, you don't even mind usurping land that belongs to farmers who are Hindus. They've been tilling on that land forever. And not just there, like Radhika said, similar stories came in from Tamil Nadu. Similar stories came in from Bihar, where almost an entire village was given eviction notice. The Waqf said, Nicole, that this entire land belongs to us. So you please get out.
See, if whatever statement right now you are asking me, or what Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson was telling that we are ready to give the land to all Muslims, then it is not correct. If you see, we have 70 years of rule, and definitely we have never done like that. If 2013, my friend is telling that we have given some land, and since last 10 years, what they were doing into the power.
So are you denying that? Nicole, are you denying that? Are you denying what Radhika has said?
Let me complete. If that thing is happening in last 10 years, Bharatiya Janata Party government did not try to rectify anything.
No, did you make a mistake? Did you make a mistake? Tell me that first.
2024 Lok Sabha election, where they felt that Narendra Modi
Nicole, you are running away from the question that Radhika has asked.
He's not able to get 400 plus seats.
No, tell me, did you do this before the Lok Sabha election or you did not? Was the Waqf given those 123 properties, prime properties like Radhika said, yes or no?
We are not doing anything false. We are with the farmers. Our minister has already met them. Everything is in process. We are not going to steal anything. Robust land revenue record will help everyone, and that is being found by the Congress.
No, but this is weird. No, Nicole, I will let Radhika come in here, but this is weird. Because Atikur Rahmanji, think of a situation where, you own a piece of land or you own a flat, and tomorrow the Waqf can come and, give you an eviction notice and say that this is a flat that belongs to us. So the owners to prove whose land that is on us, not the Waqf. Because the Waqf has been given unbridled powers in the 2013 amendment, Nicole. Radhika.
That is not going to work anyway.
What is unfortunate is that the Congress spokesperson does not even know what their party has done. He has no idea what his party has done since 2013. You should do some research when you're coming on a topic. You don't even know what your party has done for your vote bank. Now, having said that, the Waqf board has claimed innumerable properties.
Nicole, now please let her respond. Let her respond, Nicole. She heard you. Please, there's no point talking over each other, please. Only Radhika talks. Nicole, please let her respond. Yes, Radhika.
And it's not just limit to our Kisans, our Jawans. They have claimed rights over army properties. They have claimed rights over railway property. Kisan ho ya Jawan. What happened to Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan? Now they have given, the Congress has given away all the land of the Kisan and all the land of the Jawans and the army land to the Waqf board. Again, just for mere votes. So this is plain and simple bribing. They do not care about how the Muslims or their families or their women, they progress. If they were so much in favor of the progress of the Muslims, they would have not gone against the triple talaq bill that we got. And here the Congress spokesman says, what has the BJP been doing? Well, the BJP is getting the Waqf Board Act, which you have a problem with. This is the reason why that bill is coming. And when we have the JPC and the meetings are being held, their alliance partners, their MPs from the India Alliance pick up glass bottles and start throwing them over at the chairman. This is what you are doing when you're caught and when you're basically exposed, and you are going to end up losing your vote bank because people are going to get right to their own property. You cannot snatch away someone's property and give it to the Waqf board just because you want to buy your mere votes. And when that is coming out in the open, we are bringing an act. Your MPs are picking up bottles and trying to hit it at the chairman of the committee.
Okay.
That was a sad situation that we saw.
Yes, and that is again a fact, Nikul. That is also a fact. There is nothing fake about that fact that Radhika has just stated. But I want to ask Atikur Rahmanji a question before I get Nikul to respond to this. Now, Atikur Rahmanji, would you welcome something like a Hindu equivalent of the Waqf? Should we have something like that then? Because there is a stated position when it comes to the law, the constitution. If the Waqf is over and above everything, it has absolute powers. Tomorrow, how will people react? How will the Congress react in case the BJP decides to have a Hindu equivalent to a Waqf? Will you welcome it?
Deepti, it's a false thing played by the BJP that the Waqf is having tremendous powers and enormous powers. There is a case in the Surat Municipal Corporation wherein the courts declared that the Surat Municipal Corporation belongs to the Surat Municipal Corporation and the Waqf was, thrown out of it. And several other cases, it is a wrong start played by the BJP that they were having. And anyhow, I am coming to a very, very important point. Dipti, we are caught, the Muslim community per se is caught between a bigger demon, BJP, and a smaller demon, the Congress, which has, done all the corruption in the name of the Waqf board. They have gained out of it. The Muslim community has never gained out of the Waqf board. There have been 24 amendments in the Waqf board since 1938, and all amendments have increased the power of the government, not the Muslim community. This shows that the government was deep into corruption with the Waqf board. Now, coming to the correction of the Waqf board and the amendment bill which the government has brought it. Wherever there is a case of the temple trust, the court in India said that correct what is wrong and give them back to the temple trust. Here the clause which is the government is having in the amendment bill is within 3 months, if it is not proved that this is a Waqf land, this will come to the government.
But Atikur Rahmanji, look at the situation in the country. Even the temples are being controlled by the state. There has been a lot of debate even about that. So that is the kind of hypocrisy we have, Nikul. Would you want to respond to what you've heard from Radhika so far? Because clearly there is a lot of, if you look at the groundwork that has been done by your own leaders who've also held Waqf Adalats. Your own minister in Karnataka has held a Waqf Adalat. He ordered कि जाकर पता लगाइए कि किसका लैंड वक्फ का लैंड है.
I would just like to respond that in last 10 years, Bharatiya Janata Party government had done nothing in it. Even Kiran Rijiju say that there is some false corruption and false administration with Waqf, and the appointment are being done by Ministry of Minority Affairs where government is responsible for it. So it's the BJP people who are doing corruption there in last 10 years. Secondly, 2024 Lok Sabha election, Narendra Modi was not established his own government, and that is why they want to do this appeasement politics, and they have brought this amendment act. Secondly,
no, it is your government in Karnataka. I don't understand that how how will you play
Can I
into the
come in
hands
for
of the
10
BJP?
seconds?
Radhika will get the last word.
Now,
Radhika.
when BJP is
Yeah.
telling that
You
we
know,
are doing
Okay, she's responding to your charge.
why you are asking?
Let me just
BJP is telling they are
make this very
Yes.
clear for the two spokespersons here who are saying one person is going on to say that the government is only gaining. Let me tell you the rights that have been given to the Waqf board by the Congress governments in the past and the amendments that they gave to them. So Section 3 of the Waqf Act states that if the Waqf thinks that the land belongs to a Muslim, then it is the property of the Waqf. And it's just the thinking is enough. Section 85 of the Waqf Act states that you cannot, if you cannot satisfy the Waqf board tribunal that it is your own land, you will be ordered to vacate the land. Section 40 states that when it is the Waqf board that lays a claim on the land of a person, it is not the responsibility of the Waqf board to prove that the land is theirs, but the person's responsibility to prove that the land belongs to them. They have given innumerable powers to the Waqf board to snatch away land of our common people.
Okay, so I think, Nikul, Atikur Rahmanji and Radhika, we all agree that something needs to be done about this. Is this only amendment or should the entire Waqf board there be and the act be abrogated? That is also a debate that people are talking about. I thank you for your time, Radhika and both gentlemen, as we'll continue to track that story and find out what happens next.